Alright, in this video I'm going to talk about toxic people, adults. All of these are adults, like adults in your dysfunctional family, adults at work. It could be friends, family, besides family members, friends, close friends, friends of the family, whatever type of person. And these people, somebody generally you're close to, and how they become toxic, or not how they become toxic, but that they become toxic in a way that they suddenly you notice they have been adding a what I call touch of misery to your what you do for yourself. Something that is like a hobby, or it could be a DIY that you sell, do it yourself, that you sell, something you do for yourself. Others might benefit off of it, but it's mainly something for you, and it's not for them, not meant for them. And they will add that touch of misery on it, and will basically could ruin it for you, something that you enjoy. So now what I tend to call this type that I've seen, it's a blend of, they seem to have a blend of what some people call narcissistic and histrionic behaviors. I've never read that in any textbook. It's just how I see it myself, and I could be wrong. But they have that tendency to be a little bit of both. Now, this is not any kind of official title or type, but it's just how I see it. And like I said, I could be wrong. But these are the people that I have seen who want to be the center of attention, of everybody's attention, of just flat out, they want to be the center of attention, and they will do anything to get it, whether it's people like it or don't like it. Often they don't see that people don't like it. If it's good or bad attention, they want to be that center of attention. So for you to have some kind of hobby or something that keeps you occupied, to them is wrong. Or that other people like it, to them it's wrong. Because they're not the center of attention, you're not giving it to them, and others aren't giving it to them when they think they deserve all of it and will fight for it. Okay, whether it's to you and or to others, it could be just others or just you or both. They will say things about whatever it is. Say you have some kind of a DIY project you really like doing and people like it. They will say something more along the line of, oh, that's just stupid. It's boring. Or, oh, anybody can do that. You should do it yourself. It costs too much for when that person does it. They're going to put a very negative spin on it, however it is, to make what you're doing is not that important. Now, they don't always say that what they do is better. They might, but they'll make sure they put that touch of misery on it. They'll taint it in some way to where you might give up on it, or others might walk away from it. And it's, like I said, it's ruined. That's their goal, is to ruin it. So everything, like I said, comes back to them. The attention is back on them. Even if people disagree with them, they're still getting the attention off of you and onto them again. Okay, now I'm not talking about something that is triggering to that person, which we never know what is triggering to anybody. Anything can trigger anybody. So we can't, if they tell us it's triggering and they explain to us why, that kind of thing, yeah, there's a consideration to have right there. But for some people, if if I've noticed that everything to them is, it's not that. It's not the triggering to them. It's just that whole thing of the lack of the everything being about them, because to them, everything should be about them and them only. And but like I say, it's not triggering, at least they're not stating it is, but it's a pattern of everything they don't want you doing. Don't want anybody doing it. They want that attention back on them. Now, some people, some things do trigger them. But like I said, it's a pattern of everything that is of interest to you. They don't like, they think it's stupid. They don't want people to notice it. Whatever is the case, it's not going to be about you. It's going to be about them, always. Okay, now the one way could be that they actually say these things. They point it out, whether you hear it from somebody else or they say it to you or in front of you. But there's another way that they do it also. And that is whenever, say, you're doing something that is enjoyable to you, like I said, some kind of DIY or whatever it is that you enjoy, your hobby. They do something that is very negative. They actually do an action that's very negative. Whether say you are good at doing DIYs. I've done videos in the past about this. That you're good at doing DIYs. Well, they steal your idea. Okay, they steal your idea and they go and do it, and they're master manipulators, or more popular, whatever it is. So they take your idea and claim it as their own, and other people think it's their own because they're more popular. And people will say things like, well, you should feel flattered. People stealing from you is not flattering. No matter how you look at it, it's not flattering. So that's my opinion. I'm sticking to that one. It's not flattering, but they do it. So then whenever you go to do this again, it has that touch of misery on it. It has that really negative memory that they have put on it because they stole it. They got all the attention from it. You weren't seeking attention, but how dare they steal it from you and claim it as their own. And if you continue to do it, like a DIY that you sell, do it yourself that you sell, a craft or whatever, and you continue to do it, people will think that you stole from them, that toxic person. And so it's all tainted to where it just loses its, the good feeling you had about doing it. And they will continue to do that over and over until you just give up. But if they're still around you, they will continue to do that. No matter what, they will take your ideas. They can take everything about your identity down to that you have a favorite color, and they tell everybody that's their favorite color, and they make sure everybody knows that they have a favorite color. You see, it can be something really silly, really little. Okay, now, and just because it's something little, people might say, well, that's so petty. It's all so petty. Just let it go. It's not the thing the thing is small, something small, but it's the attitude behind it that is big, that they feel they can take whatever is yours and claim it as their own. They can do this to you, and you just have to take it. And it winds up that you do, because they're, like I said, they're pretty much master manipulators, and everybody's going to think that they're great, and you're the bad one. You're the one who's doing it, no matter how you go about proving it. Even they're such good master manipulators that, yeah, you're as long as you're around them, you're doomed to have them steal everything that's yours. Now, some people, they just go no contact. They get that person out of their life, walk away, nothing illegal. They just leave them. Say, that's it. These are all adults, so, and they just say, I'm not going to deal with this person anymore. That's all they do. That's all they're going to do. And then now they'll have to figure out, their own thing. And of course, it's not always that easy, especially if it's at a job. If you're at a job and somebody's always stealing your ideas, what are you going to do? Quit your job? You can, whatever you try, they're going to steal. Others, not everybody. None of this is one size fits all. Not everybody does everything. Maybe some few will believe you. Maybe they've had it done to them, so they understand it, or they've seen somebody. They're just an understanding person. But if it's the most, it's a bad thing. I mean, I'm not here to tell anybody what to do or not to do. Everybody does, their own actions or inactions. They pay the consequences for those. Nobody does it for you in life. But, people have to make up their own mind on what they're going to do. And this one's a tough one. It really is, because this kind can infest every area of your life. And I said infest. And it just takes away everything enjoyable in your life, and you have all those negative memories on everything you find as enjoyable. Okay, and sometimes it's neither of those two. Sometimes it's a third one. They try to basically best whatever you do. They try to better, not the same thing, but say what you enjoy doing is cooking. Well, they'll try to cook something that is what everybody will say, oh, wow, to. They try to best it. And whatever you make, they're going to do better. But not in the stealing your ideas type of way. Or they'll come up with some kind of hobby or something that seems better. They're more accomplished in it than your totally different hobby, maybe a sport of some kind. Theirs is, and they try to make theirs more important to everybody around. When like you're at work and you're talking about what you do, say on the weekend, and you do this kind of sport on the weekend, and they do some other one, they try to make sure theirs seems much, much better than anything that yours does. And some people will believe it. Some people, they just don't know. I don't know. Various things. Okay, now there are many things this type can do to put a touch of misery on what you do and ruin it for you. And another one is basically, say you come up with something new concept or new DIY, whatever it is, and they're going to sit there and tell you that what's wrong about it, everything that you do. Now, you made it up yourself, so they don't really know what they're talking about. It's not some kind of interest that they have anyway, but they're going to constantly tell you that's bad and why it's bad. And as if they are the voice of authority on it, and you're nothing. They know, and they'll tell other people they know. This type. Anyway, that's enough for this video. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. If you would like to subscribe to this channel, click the circle icon that pops up. If you want to watch another video on it, click one of the rectangles that pop up. Like, subscribe, comment, and share if you would. And I'll talk to y'all in another video. Bye. Oh, and have you run across this type? How have you seen it? And in what ways? Talk to y'all in another video.